Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to another episode of Hades 1. This is our mirror setup for the day. Today we are going to be taking the aspect of Rama. And I want to emphasize the fact that Rama can be built so many different ways and still works. What we're going to do today is we're going to take Rama, we're going to take the Ares keepsake, and we're going to build off of our special. We're also going to take Anthos because we still haven't seen him maxed out yet.
Drink up, Anthos. There. Anthos, you're all set.
And we can see the specialized dialogue that we get from that. We're going to do 20 heat today. 1 level of hard labor, maxing out jury summons, 3 levels of extreme measures, maxing out benefits package and middle management. I'm going to drop height and security for a 2nd level of damage control since my intent is to run the special on this. I have a very silly idea for the special with the Ares keepsake, mind you. So altogether, and 1 level tight deadline, we're going for 20 heat, and we'll see how this run goes. But my idea here is we stack the Ares special on Rama and try to get as many, well, actually, that's great. So triple shot is normally what I would take, and twin shot. These are like 2 of the best hammers you could ever want on Rama, but the Relentless Volley is going to work for our build here. I'm going to try and get as many stacks as possible on the special with Doom, try and get Impending Doom on top of that, which will hopefully make it so that what am I trying to say here? So Impending Doom is the tier 2 boon of Ares that makes it so when you apply Doom multiple times to one enemy, the Doom kind of builds up and then drops and does even more damage. And I figure Rama can really stack that up extremely quickly. We're already seeing our first Ares room, so that's great. Hopefully we see more of him soon. We're going to need a whole bunch of Ares boons to make this work.
The fated bow Sharonga in your grasp. That is not a form I'd expected you to wield. You have exquisite taste in weaponry, my kin.
Although a lot of boons really mostly refers to his 2 tier 2s, Impending Doom, and then I'm forgetting the one that we're actually looking for. Impending Doom is actually the one that makes your Doom scale more. It makes it delay briefly and then deal even more damage. And I figure those 2 boons will synergize really well for the goal. We want to see the biggest hit of Doom we can possibly manage on this run. And until then, we're just gonna appreciate that our special still does pretty solid damage, and we have a very strong attack that when an enemy is tagged with a special, we deal an additional 60% damage to it and all other enemies afflicted by the special's curse, for lack of a better word. It's not technically not a curse because curses are what apply status privilege, but nonetheless, I think there's a potential for this. Rama's special should not be overlooked as a very strong tool in its what should I call this, kit? I mean, I would call it a kit if this were League of Legends. I don't know if I want to call it that in Hades, but as you can see, we're making sizable damage. Aphrodite showing up here, you know what? We get her attack, and we can set up for Curse of Longing, which will make it so our Doom continues to hit enemies repeatedly even after the first hit, which sounds pretty awesome, actually. That'll work very well for this build. The main thing I would really like, though, is as many palm levels early as I can get them so that they focus on the special.
I can barely see you in that awful darkness, little godling.
That's okay, Aphrodite. You don't need to see us. All right, her lowest tier attack, but that's not the point. All we care about is that we can apply it. Poseidon doesn't really make any sense for this build. I definitely want Artemis, because if we can crit with our...
The tremors underneath the earth foretold of your arrival at this very moment, son of Hades, and I have anticipated it.
If we can crit with our special, and more importantly our Doom damage, that would be pretty funny. I guess I'll take the increased coin acquirement, because that will allow us to buy more things from the shop. Alternatively, though, I could reroll and see if I can get a rarity boost. I think I'll go for that. We have 5 rerolls. Let's do it.
To see more options.
Let's see.
Perhaps.
These are all the worst possible options I could ask for. I guess Missile Ambush could make us do more damage from... It won't affect the Doom damage, which doesn't affect our run. I don't think I reroll a 2nd time, though. All right, we'll take this one. 300% more damage from traps for 3 encounters, then 75% more damage from attacking from behind. Demeter really isn't a god I want on this run, but we could potentially get rare crop and try and get it to hit the... What's it called? The special, so I guess there's that. I will say, if you can't tell by the commentary, I'm a little bit tired. I'm losing my words in my brain very easily here. But I mean, you come to this channel kind of expecting me to be tired at this point. There are more episodes recorded when I'm exhausted than not.
All the love and beauty in the world can wither in a season, Zagreus. Remember that when next the goddess Aphrodite makes her promises.
That is so threatening. I kind of like that aspect of Demeter. She knows how to drop a good threat. All right, let's see. What duos do you offer? What's your duo with Aphrodite? Because I know we're not getting your... Ooh, Icewine, honestly. Wait, we don't have Dionysus. What am I doing? Cold Embrace. Your Crystal Beam. Okay, it's the Crystal Beam. So both of... She has a lot of boons that affect casts, interestingly enough. But she doesn't seem to really synergize with any of the gods I'm considering at this point. I could try re-rolling 4 rare crop here, or I'd take Ravenous Will because it's just a flat 20% damage up, and I'm kind of inclined to go that route. The Crystal Beam, I kind of don't want to... I want to avoid giving up Boiling Blood. I'll probably end up taking Artemis's cast or dash for that reason. So, all right, let's go Ravenous Will here, I think. Okay.
Cool.
There's a fish. Right, I saw the fish and then forgot it because I got distracted by the codex. All right, we'll go for the key here for more rerolls for later on in the run. The only duo so far that I see that I want would in fact be
I think I got one.
Curse of Longing between Ares and Aphrodite, but again, if we are able to get Artemis on this run before Tartarus forces our 4th god on us, the potential for a fun crit chance from pressure points on a Doom proc would be pretty awesome, especially if we can get pressure points plus Hunter's Mark. I think we could pretty reliably get crit stacking going. And if I get Artemis's cast, there's a pretty decent chance I can reliably pop a crit in time to potentially see some huge numbers on Hades. We just need to hit a crit on one of his allies, his Bloodstones, or any of the monsters he summons. Alright, Ares Aphrodite Trial, we'll gladly take that because that'll set us up for potentially a decent Ares tier 2. And Aphrodite, anything that extends the duration of our weak effects will be great. I think I take Aphrodite first. She's easier to handle.
Dearest.
Broken Resolve, your weak effects are more potent. None of these are really the ones I want, but we can't get duos here, and I don't think it's worth rerolling. So we'll take Broken Resolve.
Did I detect some hesitancy on your part just then? Perhaps you knew that you were making a mistake. No matter, you'll learn now.
Ares, I have learned through my playthroughs that choosing Aphrodite over you in most instances is in fact a mistake, but the mistake here is not that I chose Aphrodite first, because I find Ares a lot easier to deal with in terms of his trial fight. It's that I should have expected nothing from Aphrodite when I tried to take something from her. Aphrodite has a lot of kind of hit or miss boons, and most of them are misses.
My Chaos Bone switched to a new...
Your sacrifice to me just now has moved me to forgiveness for the time. Thus shall we call a truce.
Alright, what do you give, Ares? Blade Dash, Dire Misfortune. Okay, so here's the boon I mentioned. This is a Dire Misfortune. Your Doom effects deal even more damage when applied multiple times. 10 extra damage per stack. So we get Impending Doom plus that, and we're going to be stacking up really big numbers very quickly. A shame that we don't get any higher rarity this run, but it's fine. We can always try this build again down the road and see if we can get something a little bit juicier in terms of number performance. There are just, it's wild how many potential builds there are, despite there only being 8 gods, plus Hermes. Despite that, there are so many incredible builds you can roll yourself into just based on RNG a little bit. And I look forward, I genuinely look forward to all the things that I still haven't tried, because that's the thing, like, I would have never considered tossing Ares on the special before, but then we had that Chaos Shield run that just went over the top. It got really good really fast. I think, I don't remember well. I just remember that the build ended up performing way better than I thought it would on paper, and I am very excited to see what else we can get from that.
Who doesn't love this
All right,
stuff?
that hit Curse of Pain, awesome. That's 3 levels on that. Sure, we'll take the gems. Let's just see what we're offered next. Ooh, excellent, a palm. We can toss that.
Stop him, wretches.
I guess the question is, can I get that on Dire Misfortune? I don't think Dire Misfortune can be palm, but I don't know for sure, so we'll have to check that out. And even if the Doom isn't our the bulk of our damage just yet, it's still doing work. And and I mean, this is again the thing I want to emphasize most is how Rama can kind of be built anyway and still be strong.
That's quite enough.
Not now.
Like,
All mine.
because I'm just now realizing if we do manage to get Artemis as our final god, we can potentially get Heartrend. So we get crits on the Doom plus the enhanced damage of Heartrend and Curse of Longing, and we're just going to be doing a ton of damage by Doom alone. Seems like a fun time, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. The other fun thing about Rama's special is it's a surprisingly powerful AoE tool, especially if you apply curses with it, because it bounces to enemies nearby. So it's not just a single target, like it starts off single target and then ends up just wiping out all the enemies in the room. All right, our Dooms are hitting for 217 already, not bad. And this will up their damage a fair bit too. We got 4 levels of Palm on there. We'll go for the shop. We've got a nice number of obols right now, so let's see. Athena showing up here, as funny as it would be to get Merciful End here, we actually can't with our attack slot taken by Aphrodite. We'll go for Hermes and see what they give.
Spend it all in one
Ooh,
place, right?
you know what? Faster special attack sounds really funny. So now we fire this out even faster. All right, little machine gun Zagreus build here.
I'm back, ladies.
All right, let's see what we do to Meg here.
He's ready. He's here, Alecto. Tiss, let's get him now.
And I need to remember to summon Achilles so we can get the custom dialogue and see what they have to say too. All right, so starting off with 404 damage on this on the Doom right there. All right, let's drop these guys.
You shouldn't be here.
Oh, that instantly phased her.
Start running.
Fight on, stranger.
Tim,
Bye now.
come closer.
All right, you know what? 400 damage per activation of Doom before we even have impending Doom seems pretty good.
Ready?
Unfortunately, Charon did not offer us a palm, so we're still sitting on some really juicy boons that could use a little bit more. But our special's already level 4, which is pretty good. And there goes Tartarus. Okay, we're making pretty reasonable time, too. That was a fairly fast Tartarus. I mean, I think as long as you're clearing faster than 7 minutes a floor,
Those wretches of Tartarus cannot be relied upon.
Off to Asphodel.
my metric for speed
Takes hold power.
is satisfied, I suppose. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Artemis this floor, and then on the next floor... Do I sell this? Maybe I hold on to this because we could, in theory, get Aphrodite's Legendary if we got a couple more. I think this is a precursor to Aphrodite's Legendary. Not that I'm building towards that with any intent, but if we get it on top of everything else, it won't hurt. Yeah, so that is our precursor to Aphrodite's Legendary, so we'll hold on to that. I'm not going to sell it just yet, but I might sell it later so that we have a better chance of... Well, I guess the question becomes what boons can be palmed and which ones cannot. This is something I should probably read up on because there are a lot of decisions I make where I really want to focus palms on one boon, and it becomes increasingly more difficult the more boons you acquire for obvious reasons.
Getting warmer.
No matter. All right. Ooh, excellent. Well, this will help answer that question. If dire misfortune or weak resolve show up, then I know I have my answer. Okay. Skull Crushers are one of my least favorite enemies, if I'm being entirely honest. They're just... I seem to be prone to not seeing them when they spawn in, and then I'm like, where are my enemies? I don't have anything to fight. Alright, there's an Infernal Trove over there, so I'll have to pay attention to that. Like, the other crazy thing about Rama's special is just look at its range. You can shoot enemies from off-screen and reliably do a fair bit of damage.
Enough to eat.
Okay, so that's really good to know. So neither of these can get hit by palms. I wish you could palm Dire Misfortune because that sounds like it would be a lot of fun. But okay, that's good. That's good to know. That's very good to know. All right, our curse is up to 161 Doom damage in one hit. Sounds great. Some more gems. Also sounds great. And there's Eurydice.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
Here's the question. Do I go for Eurydice and try to get increased boon rarity, which could set us up for a really high rarity Artemis boon, which at this point, what would I stand to gain from that, honestly? Because I'm looking for her cast or her call to set us up for her duo with Ares, or not, her duo with Aphrodite, rather.
I shall deal with you later then.
There we go.
I don't know, this is kind of a questionable option. I think, at the very least, we'll pause and we'll look at our options and consider.
Who's there?
It's me!
Hey, welcome back, Your Royal Majesty. You're just in time.
Okay, let's see. Open the codex. Can I not open the codex? Hold on. I want to let me... apparently I cannot open the codex here. So I guess I should have opened it before I talked to her. So here are our options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. yeah, so we have 6 boons, so it's a 1 in 3 chance that it hits our special. If it does hit our special, like the best case scenario is it hits Dire Misfortune and the special. If we go for Ambrosia Delight, that ups our rarity. Alternatively, if it hits the Swift Flourish, that's pretty decent. If it hits Ravenous Will, it's a damage up. Really, the only thing I'm going to be really sad about is if it hits Broken Resolve, which means you know exactly what's about to happen, Kiwi, but I think we roll for Ambrosia Delight here. And
It'll be my pleasure.
we got the special and we got Swift Flourish, so look how fast our special comes out now. That's pretty crazy. All right. So we can apply that Dire Misfortune extremely quickly. But most importantly, we've got... Actually, I should have looked. What is our Doom damage up to now? The thing about upping the rarity is it makes you scale even better with palms. But I'm liking this build. I'm liking this build a whole lot already, and we're only in the earliest parts of it. So yeah, I think the big breadwinners for this build at this point are just trying to get as many stacks of crit chance as possible now so that we can crit on the Doom activation. And then on top of that, pardon me. Okay, there's Artemis, there's a shop. So, this is a tough decision because the shop could offer us a palm, and I would love to see a palm. Could also potentially offer us an Ares boon, but it might just offer us a random 4th god. So this is the question: which do I take? There's a decent chance we see another Artemis, but if I took her now, I could get her cast, which would fairly reliably set us up for Hunter's Mark bouncing down the road. It honestly may be better to just take the Artemis here. I don't know. This is a tough decision because I still have a reasonable chance of getting more palm. I think I'm talking myself into it. I think I'm gonna risk it, and we're gonna go this way. Hopefully we see the gods we want here. I don't know if Artemis shows up in the shop here. Do we still have a decent chance of finding her again, or does that count for our use of the trinket or of the keepsake? I still think there's a reasonable chance we see another Artemis.
Slavag.
All right, let's see. What do we get here? Zeus. Well, you're unwanted, but this palm, very wanted. All right, we are up to 191 damage on the special. That's going to continue to scale really well. And see, there's our Artemis right there. Well said, Garon. All right. Who do we have? Is it the Barge of Death, or is it it's the Mega Gorgon? One of my least favorite enemies, honestly. I am so prone to taking damage from this boss fight, especially with, oh my goodness, when Forced Overtime is on and I am running higher heat, I take so much damage from this boss, and it's kind of embarrassing. I'm practicing at getting good, is how I'll have to phrase it. All right. At least I've kind of learned the trick to it. You just kind of bail out and then you bail back in. 370 on our Doom makes for some very tasty damage.
Got you something I bet you could use?
Is it pressure points? Is it your cast? It's your cast. Okay. It's honestly both, but I think we take our cast first because we want to try and set up for Heartrend later. So True Shot it is. And now we have all 4 of our gods. We basically, at this point, what we need is we need to see at least Ares one more time to get Impending Doom to really max out our Doom damage. We need to get more Artemis so we can get her crit chance on every damage source, which again means pressure points and Hunter's Mark. And then we need to see either Ares or Aphrodite for their duo. We're not going to get the Ares Artemis duo, which is Hunting Blades, because we're not even close to being set up for that. And that's not the point of the build anyway. Hunting Blades is never a wrong choice, but it's not the right choice here, is how I will phrase it. And then, what else do we want here? I think those are really the main things. The only other thing I could mention is maybe Aphrodite's tier 2 that makes your weak effects last longer. And I mean, of course, Curse of Longing could be fun. I'll buy this Light of Ixion just in case. Okay, so this is the final room. So because I'm gonna go hunting for a gold pot real quick and see if there are any in this room, because I need just a little bit more coin. None, really. I need exactly 15 coin to afford both a boon and a palm if they're offered in the shop. Oh well. We have not got... Oh no, we got one Hermes boon so far. I think the optimal play here might be taking his... trying to set up for bad news, because that'll be a huge damage up if we get it. We won't see it likely until Styx at best. Let's see. I think I still go for the shop here, though, because... there's a chance we get gold pots in here. I'm gonna just break... Oh, we got it. Okay, so that's exactly enough coin to afford both this Artemis boon and that palm. We take the palm first, I think, because we want to put that on the special.
Just what I need.
All right, we're up to 198 damage. The diminishing returns is very palpable now, but we're at 200 damage already, basically, which is pretty dang nice. Okay, and then Artemis, we'll take, it's the lowest tier of Hunter's Mark, which isn't ideal, but it is Hunter's Mark. Or we could reroll for Heartrend. There is a chance we get it here. And then hold out for a high. Actually, no, there's no chance we get Heartrend. Is there? No, I'm pretty sure we have her prerequisites because we've got a cast and we've got an attack from the 2 core boons. Yeah, okay. So I could reroll for Heartrend and hold out for a higher tier Hunter's Mark. I think I honestly might do that. Or I just set up for pressure points. All right, I'm gonna reroll once. Let's see what we get.
Any other boons for me?
Basically exactly what we started with. All right, so we'll take Hunter's Mark here. I'm not gonna reroll a second time. We'll hold on to those for higher tier boon rooms. And besides, put like 2 palm levels on Hunter's Mark and it's at 50%, which is pretty solid for us.
What's the matter, Lerny? You seem quite upset.
Most importantly, we didn't get punished for taking the shop. We got our palm, which I'm pretty happy about. All right, let's see how much damage we can do to Lerny. 488. Wow, we phased him quick. I should probably, honestly, I should tag these guys with my attack so that we get status privilege going, honestly. But like, look at us, how far our range is. I was off screen basically, and I was still hitting that Lerny head. All right, let's see what our maximum hit is. We tag him with a cast, we tag him with an attack, and then we just spam special. 556 there, not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, he has too little HP for us to reliably litmus test this. I might honestly start maxing out calisthenics program just so I can better damage test when I get these silly build ideas going. I mean, like, I already have the plan to do that for when I run another Crystal Clarity, Glacial Glare sort of gimmick build. Well, there go all his heads. All right, final chance. Let's see. Hit the attack, and then would you stop bouncing with that big chin of yours, Lerny? Okay. Bang, 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 bang. I couldn't even see the damage number. He just got popped instantly. Unfortunate. All right, well.
Heads down.
That's fine. I think there will be plenty of chances to see our actual damage. Maybe we get a Mysterious mini-boss and I can fuss about with him a little bit. Okay, so hear me out. We have 2 options here that I've considered. The first option is Lambent Plume, because again, that can set us up for bad news with Hermes, which would be amazing. Alternatively, we could take the Palm Blossom, because we only have 3 boons it can hit, and guaranteed it's going to hit the cast every time, but it might not, and it might hit the special. I think I had an idea of one more option, and I can't remember what it was. I mean, Distant Memory would probably work, because we'll be hanging out pretty far from other enemies, but I think Lambent Plume is probably the way to go here. Alternatively, I take the Aphrodite keepsake and try to force her to show up and give us Heartrend or Curse of Longing. But I think at the end of the day, I think I'll take Lambent Plume, because if we do get either Rush Delivery or Bad News, that's going to be a huge damage up for us in either capacity. We don't have a lot in the way of money, so I'll save up for now. And as much as I want to sell Broken Resolve, since it's not stealing palm charges from us, I think I sit on it for now. We can keep it.
That's it for us, Fidel.
And somehow I know it's gonna like screw us over because that always happens. I'm like, I want to keep this boon, I think, and then I get punished for it later on. But it's fine. I don't actually see a way of how that happens. Ooh, Palm, Hammer, or Chaos. These are all rooms I want, because if we get a good special hammer, then we have even more damage for our stupid gimmick build. Chaos at this point doesn't really offer us much. The Palm has diminishing returns as well. We still have not found Impending Doom. We really need Arius to show up and give us that one last boon that we're hunting for, or his duos. The thing about the hammer is there really aren't many other special focused hammers that I particularly want. So I think, honestly, the Palm is funniest. So we're going Palm. I think that's my final answer. Probably the worst of the 3 options to choose from, objectively speaking, but comedically speaking, it's the best option. And we all know that we're here for the jokes that I make with these stupid gimmick builds. So let's go for this. I mean, look at us. We're already at level 7 special, about to be level 8. There is something gimmicky about this build, as there always is. But like, look at us just. Our special's base damage isn't anything to laugh at. And then the Doom, as it stacks up, like once we get Impending Doom, we are going to have some very juicy numbers. Would love to see it sooner than later so we can palm it.
Power of the gods.
All right, we are at diminishing returns, but we're still getting a decent number of bonus damage. We're at another 6 damage here to 204 at base. Alternatively, I put it on Hunter's Mark for that 12% extra crit chance. I think for now, Curse of Pain is the way to go. Demeter showing up here could get Rare Crop to hit something really juicy. The odds of that happening are very low. The coin would allow us to afford something in the shop, which objectively speaking is probably the better option here. Look at how fast we shoot out that special. If I get Rare Crop on the Hermes boon, that could also be pretty fun. This is... I think we go for the coin. There are more things to be gained from having coin than the off chance of Rare Crop hitting the thing that we want it to. Alright. So we haven't seen any duo boons whatsoever so far, which is unideal, but honestly at this point the main thing I want is Heartrend and Impending Doom. We get Impending Doom, and that's kind of going to bring us to the cap of our potential damage on this build, aside from just getting more stacks on Impending Doom with palm levels, which is more than possible. It's certainly more than possible. The other thing is, as soon as I get... Well, actually, I guess there's no way to really sell these in benefit. I was trying to think, like, what boons could I sell that could eat up palm levels? And that's the cast and the attack, realistically speaking. And I don't really want to get rid of either because I want to be able to apply weak to reliably get a status privilege going. And then on top of that, the cast is our only way of critting right now without pressure points going. And I don't want to lose the ability to crit so I can start getting Hunter's Mark on the field. All right, let's see. A hammer or a shop. We can't afford both a palm. Oh, wait, hold on. We still need one more gold pot if we're going to be able to afford both a boon and a palm. There's no guarantee both of those show up, and if it's a slice of a palm, we could get offered... We could still, in theory, buy both. There's Ares, there's the palm. Objectively speaking, for this build, Ares right now is the optimal choice. Sadly, we do not get offered a gold pot here. So I think we take Ares here. Let's see.
Should come in useful.
Curse of Longing. Probably the one I'm interested in the least. I might re-roll once and see if I can get something else. I don't know. This feels like a bad choice to re-roll this because it is a decent duo boon. It lets our... But I've discovered it doesn't... Like, if we stack up the damage with Impending... Or not Impending Doom, Dire Misfortune, once the first Doom hits, all that accumulated damage is lost, and it's then just back to the base damage, which is 204 damage. That's not actually that bad. I don't know. Ooh, this is a little bit of a tricky decision. Let's see. Oh, right. What I'm trying to do is go to the Codex here. Ares. So the boon we really want is Impending Doom. At minimum, it boosts our damage by 60%. We get a palm or two on that, and it's at 100% easy. And it lets us stack up Impending Doom more. Or Dire Misfortune more. And then, of course, as mentioned before, is that really the only... Curse of Nausea? No. I guess that's really the only duo he could give. I don't know, Kiwi. This is a tough decision for me. I think, honestly, Dire Misfortune just sounds so funny. I want that more.
Something else.
Oh, sorry, Impending Doom. There it is. 60% more damage and gives us an extra 0.5 seconds to stack up our boon. We'll go for the Artemis rune here, I think, because we want pressure points, and this is going to give us a decent chance at getting a higher tier pressure point. Worst case scenario, we get Heartrend.
A worthy challenger returns. Let's see you defeat me again. All
right, you asked for it, Asterius. Just remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that did like 1,400 damage there. I'm not sure. Hold on, let's try again. 1,066 damage right now with Impending Doom active. Not bad. Like, if we get like 1 or 2 levels on Impending Doom with palms, we're going to see some big numbers very quickly. 853 there, and he's phased. Wonder what happens if we use Patroclus here. Alright, let's wait for him to jump. I hit him with the cast for Boiling Blood, tag him with the weak, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,000, okay, 1,066 seems to be our damage cap right now without crit, which we don't have a meaningful way of critting, but, like, again, look at how far away we can attack him. Those Doom numbers are adding up very quickly. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot.
I beat the bull of Minos.
Alright, Artemis, give us some pressure points.
Olympus,
or Heartrend, I'll take either. I said either of those two options. You gave me none of them. Hunter Dash is never a bad choice. It's a pretty solid amount of damage. Exit Wounds is cute, but no, we don't want that. All right, let's re-roll here.
No thanks.
There's Heartrend or pressure points. We're not guaranteed to see Artemis again, but Heartrend is too good to pass up. Because we do have Hunter's Mark, so there's a decent chance we get some crit on someone at some point. All right, we have the Lambent Plume here, which means we have a chance at Rush Delivery, we have a chance at... My brain glitched. We have a chance at at Bad News or Rush Delivery here because the Lambent Plume is actually a precursor to both. So there's a decent chance we are getting a reasonable to a substantial damage up. I think overall Bad News is the best news we could have because... So fun fact about Bad News, if you didn't know, it is bugged. So Bad News is one of Hermes' 2 legendaries. His legendaries are dependent on which type of soul you took. When you have, I believe this is Stygian Soul. No, this is Infernal Soul, I believe. When you have Infernal Soul, you can get Bad News. Its effect says 50% damage to all cast... all cast damage to enemies that are not currently holding your Bloodstone. The funny thing about that is that, well, it's bugged. It's been bugged for a very long time and they never fixed it. And what it actually does is it gives you 50% damage to all damage sources, not just your cast. So basically, we stop using Boiling Blood, we lose out on the 10% damage that gives.
Just so happen to be in the area here, boss.
But we effectively get a 40% increased damage overall. Let's just confirm, but I'm pretty sure what we want here is, yeah, so we have Stygian Soul. Okay, final answer. We have Stygian Soul equipped. It's just a flat 50% damage increase. We lose the 10% that we could get from having our Bloodstone lodged in an enemy from Boiling Blood from the Mirror perks, but that's it. We also have, again, we have the precursor to Rush Delivery, so either of those are really good here. It's worth re-rolling at least once here.
I would like none of these.
Unfortunately, we got neither of them. We'll take Greater Haste in case we see Rush Delivery later. If worst case scenario, at least we have more mobility. A shame we didn't get it, but oh well. Can't have everything we want this run, I suppose. We did see Heartrend pop up. Another trial between Demeter and Ares. I think the optimal play here is we see if we can get Rare Crop, because we have all the boons we have all the boons that we want from Ares aside from duos, and you can't get duos in trial rooms. All right, we didn't get that either. I guess I could take her dash. Whose dash would I want otherwise? Not Aphrodite, not... I guess Aphrodite's dash would make it just a little bit easier to reliably apply. Alternatively, I take Frozen Touch. That way it's not stealing up palm stacks. And if we get hit, then we're reliably getting status privilege that way. Honestly, I think you cannot palm Frozen Touch, and I'd rather keep as many boons out of the pool for palm as possible. So yeah, let's take Frozen Touch here.
It seems unwise of you to thus dismiss my offering. Suffer then a while by my hand.
Chilled lasts for about 10 seconds, so once it's on an enemy, we're going to be very reliably just getting them status privilege, which will up our damage. And I'm going to turn my brain off, and I'm just going to watch the numbers happen on Hades. We take his first phase seriously because I am so prone to taking damage in his first phase. But once that first phase is over, we're just going to go face tank Hades and see what our Doom numbers cap out at on this run. Because I think it's going to be pretty funny. I think it's going to be a pretty high number, and that's more than amusing enough for me. Like, look at how safe this build ended up being, too. Like, I stand at a distance, I sling out my special, and I run away. And I'm doing a lot of damage. It's interesting. When I first played this game, my first playthrough of Hades, I was not terribly impressed with Ares. I thought he was one of the weaker gods. I honestly, it's funny how my impressions have changed. I used to consider Aphrodite the best god because her damage modifiers were so good.
Well, haven't you withstood my murderous intent? Resilience as this deserves reward, and I am feeling rather generous.
Aphrodite had the best initial damage modifiers, and she was the funniest, or her weak ability made me have a much better survival chance. And Ares, on the other hand, like, you need to stack some of his boons to really get the best out of him. I think, like, there is a duo we're hunting for with him, right? Curse of Longing again. I don't think I re-roll here, do I? No, I think I saved my re-roll. There might be something from... If we see Hermes and Styx, I definitely want to save my re-roll for them, or for him. So let's take Curse of Vengeance here. Can get some extra Doom that way, I guess. We have 2 Vengeance boons, funny enough. All right, and then we'll take the Palm here. This will be a good way to check what we can palm. I think at this point we stand to gain a lot more damage if we can get it on Dire Misfortune than if we get it on the special itself. But like, look at this. We just tag everyone with a couple hits of the special, we run away, and they're dead. They're just dead. Everyone is dead. It's great. Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context at all, please. This is a fun build, though. Like, yeah, the base damage on our special means nothing to us. It's not the point. It's the Doom that, at the end of the day, just comes and wins everything. All right, Butterfly Ball's easy to deal with. They sit still. I can't dash around that corner, apparently. I can certainly tank a hit from a trap. We are probably going to, unfortunately, lose a Death Defiance here, and that's fine. I'm not too worried. As already previously established, this build is inherently safe because of how much range it has. As long as I kind of just keep dashing about, make sure I tag these enemies before they respawn, we get an easy win. And there we go.
Power of Olympus.
Wow, we didn't get it on any of the boons that matters. Unlucky. Curse of Vengeance steals the palm. Do I honestly re-roll here? I don't think I do. We'll just toss it on Heartbreak Strike because that's a decent damage up for us. Another palm, though, well worth taking, I think. We don't have a lot of extra HP now that I look at it. We only have a max HP of 125. If these are the teleporting sort, I gotta be careful. These guys, one of these guys could teleport right on top of me and just pop me immediately. I mean, I've made my opinions on the chariot type enemies in this game very apparent. They are not among my favorite. But when they are forced over time, sped up, and able to teleport, it is probably one of the worst experiences you could have in this game because you're gonna have a bad time. I think the boon we need most at this point, though, is pressure points, because without an ability to apply crit reliably other than our cast, which I'm just not... Oh, goodness, what hit me?
Oh, that hurt.
They must have... That one must have, like, the benefits package effect of... doing an AoE when it attacks. Interesting. Unfortunately, I couldn't account for that because I just don't know the benefits package abilities. That might not even have been what hit me. It may have been just the usual AoE swing that the shielders do. I'm not 100% certain. No matter. If we see Patroclus and we don't have him run up against something better, we can take him for the Death Defiance refund. Or if the shop doesn't offer us anything, I guess I could buy one from the shop, but honestly, I don't think we need either. Okay, there we go. Impending Doom level 2 goes from 60 to 80% increased damage on that Doom hit. We're going to see some bigger numbers now. And it's HP versus a shop. Do I have any coin pots? Because I could really use one. Once again, we're stuck in that situation where I need 1 coin pot's worth of coin just to be able to afford something from the shop. Oh well. What do we got, Charon? Ares? Okay, no palm contest, so we'll just buy this Ares and hopefully see his duo.
Pleasure doing business.
Hopefully see his duo. No? Okay, I'm sitting on the reroll that I have because I don't think Ares is the one I need. Curse of Longing is cool, but it's not required. I guess we just take Urge to Kill because that'll up our overall damage by 10%. Yeah, I think that's the call. Urge to Kill. Got it. We probably sell some of these boons that can steal palm levels, frankly. Anything here? No. Okay. On to the next floor. Well, I mean, we have a couple friends standing in our way.
No matter how you try, you cannot shake the bond we share, monster.
Or I guess 1 friend and 1 blowheart. But look at that. We can just kind of easily tag them both. And if they're standing next to each other, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus down Theseus first. Because he's just... oh, hold on. Look at that. If they stand next to each other, I can hit both of them. Oh, guys, you are just setting me up for victory here. All right, Theseus is almost popped. He's got to be. There he is. Okay, Theseus is phased. We'll use Achilles Patroclus here.
Theseus causing trouble, lad?
Asterius says no, he's not causing trouble. Asterius, I don't think you get to decide that for us.
My noble warriors, you would side with him.
Oh, Theseus is betrayed by his heroes. All right, there's 1,041 damage. But like, look at this. This build is so stupid and I love it. And pop goes the Bull of Minos. Okay.
That's all for today's show.
So it looks like we'll have to do our true damage test on Hades. What have we got? in store for this final floor. So we keep the Lambent Plume in case...
Already made it that far, have you, boy?
In case Hermes shows up. I think if I get the option to, I will definitely sell...
Should I take the trade?
We didn't get the option to sell it. So I think what we're going to do is let's sell Broken Resolve. I should have... It's a little bit of coin, which will allow us to afford stuff. If we get another Pool of Purging on the next floor, my hope is that I can sell Curse of Vengeance, because it's eating up a slot for potential palm levels. We get one more. I think our goal is to get at least one more level on not Dire Misfortune, Impending Doom, because that'll pop us over to about 100% damage increase on the Doom. All right, what have we got now? So some good palms. There are 2 Artemises, so there's a... What else do we want? We can get pressure points potentially. They're low tier pressure points, but they're still pressure points nonetheless. Aphrodite here could set us up for Curse of Longing. I think the best option here is we take the palm first, because this is the fewest number of boons we can have to eat up rolls. Then we go for Aphrodite's room, or then we maybe go for the coin room to try and get... Yeah, we go for the coin room to try and be able to afford things from the shop on this floor. Hey, tight space is not fun. Look at all this poison on the floor, but I can just sit here and rapid fire attacks all day. Okay, so yeah, we palm. We hope for it to be able to hit Dire Misfortune. If it doesn't, at least hopefully it can hit the special or something that benefits us. Realistically speaking, it probably doesn't. But look at that. We're even without... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Curse of Vengeance, I think, was the one that just did that 800 damage. This is... What a silly build. Ares, again, Ares has just come around full circle for me. Like, I very much appreciate. He is one of the highest DPS gods in this game. He has given me my strongest build I have ever had with Blade Rift, but then also his Doom option, Doom does a lot more damage than I initially appreciated. It just takes a little bit to get going, just like Poseidon and Zeus. Like there are gods that are like early game focused. I would say Demeter probably falls into that category. Certainly Aphrodite is like the queen of early game. And then, oh my goodness, ooh. Actually, that's kind of a funny thing that if I hadn't already lost the Death Defiance, that might be fun to check out. Like, what happens if I activate Curse of Vengeance on these, because their lasers hit me very quickly. We could probably stack up a lot of curse damage or Doom damage that way. All right, here we go. Just spread the Doom everywhere. Whoop, hello. That is a lot of things to need to dodge, and I didn't dodge any of them. We took a lot of damage this room, unfortunately. Just try and dash around and get what hits I can. Unfortunately, these enemies are pretty spread out. These satyr rooms are very large.
That was the Lambent Plume.
Okay, Hunter's Mark is what we're hitting with this palm. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on any of the things we really care about, and I'm not wasting a reroll just yet. Unfortunately, we're not seeing the Hermes room, or we're not seeing Hermes, so we can't get bad news. So I saved my reroll for something. Do we have Heartrend? I've forgotten. We do have Heartrend, so really Curse of Longing is the only thing we majorly stand to get with this reroll, other than pressure points. Let's go for the coin room so we can afford some of the things in this room. Then we buy as many palms as we can, and hope that at least one of them lands on Dire Misfortune for the damage up it brings. Again, ideally, if we can find a Pool of Purging and remove some of these boons that we really don't want eating up our chances. The big ones for that are going to be Curse of Vengeance, I think. Once we get pressure points, I can probably let go of Artemis's cast. We only really took it to see Heartrend. So, and selling True Shot will give us some decent amount of coin. Okay, cool. Pool of Purging. Hopefully it isn't only offering us the boons that I care about to sell. Honestly, that might be the thing that's most worth re-rolling, frankly. Let's see what we get. Oh, and here's a coin pot. Thank you.
Any boons worth giving
okay,
up.
cool. We can sell Curse of Vengeance.
Could use the extra coin.
Is there anything else I really want to sell here? Urge to Kill can't be palmed, I believe. Frozen Touch can't be palmed. Hunter's Mark we keep for crit chance. No, I guess the only thing we would want to sell at this point is True Shot, and the odds of it showing up in the well or in the Pool of Purging is low. I'll save that reroll for something else, potentially. I think given our situation, we will go for Curse of Longing from that last Aphrodite room. Like, even if we get a 2-chamber 6, I'm going to do some extra chambers because it's more fun.
Found it already.
All right, there's our coin. There's our palm. And let's heal up.
bit of an aftertaste.
Now, I believe I have an alarm set to remind me of 11:30, which is when I'm recording. We're about 6 minutes away from there. Let me pause for a second and just turn off that alarm so it doesn't... Let's see, Palm. We can afford both these Palms, so let's do that first.
Why not?
Okay. That's a 12 damage up on the special. Decent. Come on, Dire Misfortune. Please give me Dire Misfortune. I will re-roll for Dire Misfortune here. Or sorry, Impending Doom. There we go. 105% increased damage on the special. We're going to be seeing some pretty juicy numbers. Now we just need pressure points from Artemis and we are set. So who do we go with next? I think we'll take Aphrodite. We'll get her out of the way.
Check this way.
And we'll use our reroll potential on her to hopefully get ourselves a nice, lovely Curse of Longing, just because it's funny, not because it's optimal, you know? Oh, geez, why did I dash into that? That was unfortunate. Oh, hello. I really seem to want to get hit by those traps. But look at this range, and this pillar is just protecting us. Like, the thing about the special here is, like, when you play Aspect of Chiron, or you play the Rail, if you miss an enemy, you're not going to damage it. The thing about this is if you hit a wall, it bounces off of the wall, so I don't have to aim accurately, or I don't have to depend on auto-target to aim correctly. I can still hit enemies from a distance and do a lot of damage. It may not be my full damage potential if I was, like, landing every hit. I can't say that for sure, but, like, it's... Here, oh, never mind. Everything died before I could prove a point, but it's fine. Maybe in the next room. I think I saved my coin to afford what Artemis boons I can. We need another 150 coin and then we're set. You know, interestingly enough, we only have one hammer. All right, Mr. Rat, I would like you to do a proof of concept. How much damage can we do right now? There was 1139. Oh my goodness, hold on. I think I'm going to take too much damage to be able to litmus test here. Here we go. 1360 there, not bad at all. And I bet we can reach over 1400 if I get like one more hit on them. All right. Do I reroll here for Curse of Longing is the final question. We have 2 Artemis spoons, and really the only thing we want from Artemis at this point is pressure points, I believe. Her legendary doesn't do anything for us other than make our end slate look a little cuter. So I think... Yeah, why don't I reroll here for Curse of Longing? Alternatively, though, more importantly, weak afflicted foes take 15% more damage from Sweet Surrender. I think, honestly, I take that because that'll up our Doom damage, presumably. I don't... It's not always clear what is a universal damage buff versus a, like, focus damage buff on just, like, your attack, your cast, your special sort of boons. But I think we take that for the damage up. Assuming it affects Doom, that's 15% more damage on that Doom, which sounds awesome. All right. Let's get our fishy. We'll buy some Artemis. We'll take that final Ares room, although I don't really know what Ares stands to gain.
A sea creature.
What we stand to gain from Ares at this point, but let's see. All right, Artemis, pure pressure or pressure point. I always call it pure pressure. That is a Dionysus boon and always has been a Dionysus boon. All right, let's go take that Ares boon. I don't think there's anything that he directly offers that we particularly want at this point, but I'm just having so much fun with this build. All right, here, we can probably, of course it would go that way. I guess we're not going to see our max damage on this rat. Would you stop kiting me around these things? And it hit us for a 60. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh my goodness, we are losing a Death Defiance before we even make it to Hades. Unfortunate. Like, I get clipped by a single hit of one of these lasers and I am just dead. Dead and dusted. Oh, that's a lot of rats. Hold on. Alright, we have 1 HP. There is no way I get out of this without losing a Death Defiance. Unfortunate, because we have to do a giant Satyr chamber. Alright, well, not ideal. Means I'll have to play a little bit extra safe against Hades in particular, but we still manage these. Just gotta be a little bit more careful. Hunter's Mark is doing its job, thankfully, so maybe we can see... I want to see what the largest number we can get on this Doom is. Oh gosh. Lasers are gonna be the death of me here. Here, pop those gold pots, or... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we have enough coin to afford that final Artemis boon. Alright. Rats I can kite around holes, so this is fine. So let's see. I saw a 910, which is definitely not 1113, or 1131. Cool. $11.57. Cool, cool. All Here. Oh, these rats are gonna get me. These rats are absolutely gonna get me. I'm just gonna hide in a corner and just spam special because I ideally want to hold on to this Death Defiance for Hades if I can, even if it's not gonna make that much of a difference. One hit from Hades and we are popped. Okay, got the satyr, so I got to be very careful about them. And there is a snake stone there. A stray laser could easily pop me here. I am lucky that missed, and I don't know how. That didn't miss. Okay. All right, Hunter's Mark, do your job. Pop those crits on everyone. Go, go, go. 29-21. There we go. That wasn't even our full damage potential, mind you. We didn't have status privilege on that enemy. Could have taken 40% more damage. I guess we take Curse of Vengeance now because, ooh, actually 15% damage from Blood Frenzy. We are absolutely losing a Death Defiance against Hades here. Like, there's no way we're not. So that's potentially 30% more damage. Okay.
I'll take it.
Let's see if we can get this. What do I take here? Support Fire sounds funny because we're going to fire out Support Fire so quick with how fast we're spamming special.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
All right, so like I said, I'm going to try and play safe for the first half of this fight. We're going to take out Phase 1 because Phase 1 caps his HP in thirds, so I can't do more damage than a third of his HP before he summons his minions, and then we have that little rigmarole and dance. So I will wait till Phase 2 to fully litmus test our damage.
Got here as quickly as I could.
There is no guarantee that I will be able to see that full potential of our damage, but we know at least...
see if the support you're getting from Olympus amounts to anything of use.
We know at least that we can hit with a crit at least 3,000 on the Doom, which is hilarious. I've never seen a Doom hit that hard, and it's amazing. All right, here, we'll hit him with Boiling Blood. We'll tag him with a weak proc, and we'll go ahead and just spam this. Oh, my goodness. Those are scary. Those swings are so scary. All right, we've almost got him phased. Let's get him phased. That should pop him. Take out his Bloodstone before that does anything to us. Unlucky. I was trying to pop that enemy before the Voidstone guarded him. Oh, it respawned. Shoot. Okay, these Bloodstones are getting popped everywhere. I gotta be careful. Alright, you need to stop. Really? Really? Okay. I thought they only fire... That guy fired like 5 times. I thought their cap was 3 times. My mistake. Alright, we need to get rid of that Revenant. Alright, we're fine. We are so dang fine. As long as I remember to dodge. Here, let's get this damage on him, get him into his next phase.
Now.
Okay, Void Stones left and right. We'll pop these Void Stones as quick as possible. I'm gonna get hit by these arrows, aren't I? Alright, this Void Stone should be dead. And now we can start focusing down the Archer so I don't get tagged by his random damage hits. Oh my goodness, look at all those support fires. Okay, this is funny. Please no. Please no. Okay, hold on. Oh, shoot. Alright, we're almost on to our last Death Defiance. I've got to be careful here. But Hades is popped. Here we go, Kiwi. Moment of truth. Fire a cast for Boiling Blood. Tag him with an attack for weak. We're going to bail out of this. We're too far away for me to reliably get behind him without taking damage, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1431. Okay. Could we see that crit? 1199. Here, I'm wasting this, I know, but I just want to hear the dialogue. Back to your post shade. Okay. I probably want to pop these pots because I am so prone to getting damage from them. Well, speaking of which, oops. Well, I guess we're at our damage cap now. Don't throw the run, Jeff.
You're going back.
He's not weakened. Hold on. Get rid of this so it doesn't bother us later. Here, have an attack. Oh, of course you're going to laser. Alright, this is our only chance to see our damage cap. I get hit by him 2 times and I'm dead. Especially if we get Boiling Blood put on us.
You brought this on yourself.
1900? I couldn't actually see the number there. Oh, these pots are going to pop from that Bloodstone. I got to be very careful. Oh my goodness. If I get Boiling Blood on me, I am dead. Here we go. This is our only chance of seeing max damage. Here we go. 1554. But we know that we could crit for at least 3k.
You owe this victory to all your relatives.
I really need to start playing with Calisthenics program on just so that I can see these numbers to their full potential.
Win, boy.
But okay, proof of concept.
Yes.
Ares special on Rama puts in work. Okay. So let's see, what is our gimmick build and how do we end out the episode? I mean, we have to keep the level 10 Curse of Pain on here. Impending Doom, yes. Heartrend, yes. Relentless Volley, yes. Aspect of Rama. This is kind of the end slate that I want, and honestly, it kind of the colors alternate in a way that makes my brain happy. So, we need to do this run again. Why? We did not get bad news. We did not get rush delivery. We got the lowest tier possible, initially at least, on Curse of Pain and Dire Misfortune and Impending Doom. If we saw higher tier boons in those 3 boons categories, we would see a lot of damage. And then we got low tier Hunter's Mark, low tier pressure points. There were potential for greater crits. We didn't get to see the crit on Hades, so I will run this build again, but I have one more Rama build in mind that I want to try out with the special before I do this again. Apparently Zeus's special on Rama is actually more broken than Ares, and the reason for that is well, let's let our narrator talk for a second.
Having gained the surface once again, Prince Zagreus breathes deeply of the wildflowers and the roses and the like, among which one of them contains an allergen so intolerably potent that it causes this.
So Zeus's special, the lightning bolt that it drops, has an internal cooldown. That's why when you normally put it on Rama, it doesn't drop a lightning bolt for every hit of the special. What it does do,
Welcome to the House of Hades. Just come on in.
however, is if you get Double Strike does have a chance to drop a lightning bolt every hit of Rama or Chiron. So
Experience is the greatest teacher, lad.
basically what you need is a good Thunder Flourish, which is the special from Zeus.
Terrifying Cerberus is busy gathering his strength for when next he shall bar the prince's path.
And then you get Double Strike, and you have a chance of dropping a lightning bolt for every...
Catch you by the heads, don't bite my arm off. Deal?
You get the initial lightning bolt that'll probably hit 2 or 3 times across the entire special of Rama if you have Relentless Volley, again, the one that increases your number of shots.
What starts and ends our brief exchange of pleasantries.
Plus, then you get Double Strike. Alternatively, you could go for a Sea Storm build around this, which I think we may have tried before, but honestly, this build sounds really funny, and I want to try it.
Oh, hush, just making sure the lounge is squeaky clean.
Kind of like Ares, it takes a bit to get scaling into the endgame, though.
Look at what I caught, Chef.
But I think it's worth trying. So let's see. Chef gives us key and a key and some gems. Okay. Nyx, anything?
Darkness guide you, child.
You know it will, Nyx. Now, is she saying darkness the concept or darkness herself? Because I could see her saying either. Darkness has certainly guided her if we're talking about her herself. But all right, let's go ahead and round out this episode.
You could be hitting me right now, boyo.
What a fun run. All right, we're going for the spear. Get some more Dark Thirst, or get some more bounties cleared on the spear. Excellent. Well, Kiwi, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I have no idea what kind of spear build I'm going to go with, but we'll find out in the next episode. Look forward to that, Kiwi. With all that said, though, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.